What's up, guys? Team Hot Pocket here once again with another side decking video. This one is on Tengu plants or just plants in general. Name doesn't really matter. They pretty much run the same cards. They either call them Tengu plants or just flat out plants. But I actually got this side deck suggested to me by a user. I'll probably post a link to his channel or his name in the description below. Um, so yeah, hopefully you're watching this video since you asked for it. But anyways, to get started off here, I'm going to start off with probably some of the best side decks, and then I'll get over into the side decks that are a little bit worse, but they still work pretty well. But anyways, let's get started off here. Discord, Summon Limit, DD Crow, King Tiger Wengu, Fossil Dyna, Thunder King, Kaiku, Chain Destruction, Spacing Grand Mole, Effect Veiler, and a Gozen Match. Start off with the first card I named off, Discord. The reason why you side deck this is it stops them from synchroing for 2 turns. It actually ended up winning me a duel a long time ago, last format when I ran my GKs. Same tournament that I took second in to win a mat. Only time I ever actually took second, but he ran a really heavily synchroing deck, and I'm like, alright, I guess I'll just side in the sync Discord because I didn't know what else to do. He ended up getting a special summoning flag spreader with a Tango on the field, and then he used Discord. And then he lost after that. So, really nice for just side decking. I mean, it's not really ideal, but I like it because it ended up winning me a duel. Next card, Summon Limit. This is definitely not an ideal side deck card if you special summon a lot, but if you are more of a controlled based deck that only normal summons with like higher beaters, like if you're running a Element to Hero deck, you only summon about twice per turn tops. You'd like normal summon, then Miracle and special summon, so that's your 2 summons right there. But plants need to summon a lot. They constantly special summon, so they'll like special summon Glow Bulb and then normal summon Tengu, and then they won't be able to do anything after that. So they'll have 2 kind of low attack guys on the field that you can just attack and destroy next turn. So Summon Limit stops your deck a lot. But if you special summon a lot, definitely don't side this in because you'll end up hurting yourself too. But if you got some high attack beaters in there, like maybe if you could take out some of your special summoning cards and siding like a Thunder King or something just for a good beater, then you could probably side in the summon limit, but not ideal if you special summon a lot. Pretty much synchroing decks and junk like that you'd end up hurting yourself with. Next card is DD Crow. This card is pretty obvious. If they like flip Raikou and they end up milling their Glow Bulb or their Spore, you can DD Crow and get rid of either the Spore or the Glow Bulb, so then they can't use its effect in the graveyard. Really effective against just getting rid of it, so then you don't have to worry about it. I mean, I guess that's about it. DD Crow's just really broken against them. Next card is King Tiger Wengu. This card is also really good against them because as long as this guy just sits there on the field, the only thing that their deck can kind of destroy with that has a high enough attack is probably the Tengu. But they'd have to suicide into it. They also would have to flip Raikou and blow him up, which would be a waste of their Raikou's effect. Pretty much his effect, they can't have anything on the field with less than 1400 attack, otherwise it gets automatically destroyed. So they can't bring out Gold Bulb, they can't bring out Spore, can't bring out their debris, they can't bring out pretty much any tuner that they run in the deck. So Wengu's extremely broken against them as well. Next card is Fossil Dyna. Pretty much the same reason why you'd run the King Tiger Wengu, except this one gets rid of all their special summons when it gets flipped up. Extremely broken if they have like a full field of synchro cards that they got out in 1 turn. You set the Fossil Dyna, they attack into it, and you get rid of them all. Extremely broken, so they'd have to try and synchro into all their guys again. I mean, they pretty much had to burn through their whole entire deck, and then you just got rid of all they had to try and get out. So Fossil Dyna is extremely broken. Um, Very good side deck for many decks that you could set it against. Although it can hurt you as well if you special summon some of your guys, but chances are you won't have anything on the field when you set the Fossil Dyna. Next card is Thunder King. Pretty obvious, just like the Fossil Dyna and King Tiger. Send it to the grave to negate the special summon, can't bring things to their hand. The main reason why you run it is because it's a big 19 beater that can run over all of their guys. And if they were to synchro out into like a Trishula to try and pretty much get game, because once they get Trishula on the field, they start banishing your stuff, and it's just really deadly. Let's get rid of the Thunder King, and then no more Trishula. So, extremely effective as well. Next card is Kaiku. You run Kaiku pretty much for the same reason you run the DD Crow, except sometimes Kaiku can maybe be a little bit better if you draw the Kaiku like later on in the duel. Just attack, and you can remove from play 2 monsters in the graveyard. You have to do battle damage with Kaiku, but once you do battle damage with them, remove from play 2 cards in the graveyard, so that could be the Glow Bulb and the Spore, just for an example. And then they can't remove from play any cards after that. So if they ran like Dark Horus, maybe if they got any darks in their graveyard, or if they ran like a BLS or something, they can't do either of those because they can't move from play anymore because of Kaiku. And he's a big 1800 beater that none of their guys can run over with. They'd have to Raikou it. So once again, another waste of their Raikou just to get rid of one of your guys that are in the way. Another card you'd run is Chain Destruction. If that Tengu is really in your way, just set the Chain Destruction, they summon out their Tengu, activate it, and they get rid of all the other Tengus in their deck. So then they won't be able to use that anymore to synchro and start going crazy with. Extremely effective against them because Tengu is pretty much their main synchro card in the deck, and it just makes it so much more consistent. I don't have a Chain Disappearance, so this is pretty much my replacement. So if you don't have a Chain Disappearance either, Chain Destruction. If you do, you run the Chain Disappearance instead of Chain Destruction because Disappearance is a lot better because it gets rid of the monster on the field and in their deck instead of just in their deck. Next card is Neospacing Grand Mole. This guy is really, really nice against their synchros. You could also put in the compulsory evacuation device instead, but I like the Grand Mole a little bit better because he actually has attack and it's not a waste of a draw, and he just keeps getting bounced back to your hand. You attack, bounce it back. It's just really broken to run. The reason why he's only at 1. Pretty much just bounces synchros that he gets on the field. I mean, I guess that's pretty much it. It's really broken. Next card is Effect Veiler. Not extremely broken against plants, but Effect Veiler still is pretty helpful. The reason why you run it is because if they summon Debris Dragon, you drop the Veiler, stop Debris Dragon from special summoning any of his guys from the grave. Or if you've got a Synchro in the way that has a really annoying effect, like let's say Stardust Dragon, you just want to like smashing ground it, or like I don't know.
Bryo.
Yeah. Or if they have like Bryo on the field and he's in the way, or any other really annoying synchros that could pretty much devastate you. Just drop the Veiler and then do whatever you need to get rid of it. And moving on to the last card, we have Gozen Match. The reason why you side this in, although it really isn't ideal, I just kind of put it in here as an option. If you really don't have any of these other cards, the reason why you put in the Gozen Match is because a lot of their guys that they have in the field are going to be different types. They have a lot of winds. It's like kind of mainly wind, but they also have like Glow Ball being earth and Raikou being a light. They also run Lila instead of 3 Raikou. They run 2 Raikou and a Lila just to make it a little bit more consistent, I guess. But you run the Gozen Match. They're gonna have to choose what to take out on their side of the field, so they only have 1 attribute. Also, it's pretty good against the Synchros. Like, let's say they have like Catastor, I guess, if they ever got that out. And then they have like Tengu and Glow Bulb. Well, before they synchro, you activate the Gozen Match. So then they're gonna have to get rid of 2 of their guys, so they only have 1 attribute on their side of the field. Like I said, it's not always all that helpful, but if you really don't have anything else side in, Goza Match is definitely pretty good. Or if you already have in your side deck again to go against other decks, Goza Match is pretty decent. Um, Not bad in any means if plants are really your weak side. But yeah, that's about it. Just have a little recap of the cards: Discord, Summon Limit, GD Crow, Wangu, Fossil, TKR, Kaiku, Chain Destruction. We'll have Grand Mole, Valor, and a Gozen match. So that's the whole lineup. If you own any of these cards, extremely good to side deck against them. Wangu, it's pretty hard to get your hands on. Chain Destruction's easy. Kaiku, pretty easy since it's common. Thunder King is pretty hard. Fossil Dino, now it's out of the tin, easy to get. Discord, nobody really cares about it, so easy to get. Some Limit, common, easy. Neospacian, common, rare. It's kind of hard, but it's not too difficult to get. Effect Valor, $15 is pretty hard. And Goes and Matches, I have like 5 of them, so I'd say it's pretty easy to get. You probably ended up pulling one out of a pack. But yeah, I guess that's about it. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. If you have any suggestions for another side deck video, I'd be more than happy to do one, so leave a suggestion down below. I'll probably, if you do leave a suggestion, I'll put you in the comments just like I did with the person that suggested this side deck video. Although some side decks, we don't really have all the cards to side deck against them yet. But with a big team like us, we probably have the ideal cards to side deck against most decks. I'm pretty close to getting a side deck on Dark World, so should be checking that out soon. But anyways, that's it. So I'll see you later, YouTube.